made. I think that you want to be a white woman. It would serve you so beautifully if you could reverse the fortunes of what you complain about on a regular basis. And if you could be the thing that you hate the most, you would love it. And that's the reason why you complain so much, is because you can't be the thing that you envy.
No, I don't.
That's why you're so hateful.
I'm hateful because I mean, I'm not hateful. That's number one.
You said it right the first time.
But if
white women, girl was talking about how she was approached by a lady or a young girl and her group of friends, and the girl asked, "Do you have a problem with black men dating white women?" And some of them were like, "Yeah." Some of them said no. She went on to say, "My bigger question would be, why do the white women feel like they need to date black men?" And then she went and explained like, "Oh, it's because of the kids, and they want the kids to look a certain way." Stay the fuck in your own lane. If you don't like to date outside of your race, that's great. I love that for you. Stay the fuck in your own lane. You're a white woman that wants to date a black man, go for it. What does a white and a black man's relationship, how does that affect you? With me and Shane, and when I post him on my social media and I get all the comments, I'm like, how the fuck is my relationship an inconvenience to your life?
Okay. Why do black women have a problem when black men date white women?
I'll be honest. From my personal experience, the only time race has ever become a conversation is when, like, in the past, when I had relationships and I would bring like my white girlfriend to the cookout or to Thanksgiving or to Christmas. That was really the only time it was a problem. And then, my mom pulling me to the side, and when I'm single and stuff like that, and I'm talking to my new girl right now, the first question she always asks me is she white? Is she black? It's never, is she a good girl? Does she treat you right? You know what I'm saying? Like, is she nice to you and stuff like that? I think personally, it's because, I think it has something to do with the fact that, like, dating a woman that doesn't look like your mom or something like that, maybe they take it as a sense of offense at times. But for the most part, like, whenever I'm around different groups, it's not even really a topic of conversation more than it is like when I'm actually like at, in like black environments where, it's just like, oh, you dating a white girl?
So I'm gonna say this: it does happen within different cultures. So it's not only the black and with the white, because in different cultures, the Indian culture, and they get shunned dating outside their culture. The Muslims, the Hinduism, like they're strict on that. Like it came to a part with my mom and my dad. But
I guess I'll speak as particularly because we're talking about white versus black.
Yeah, and with the topic, with the topic, I see black women reacting more to a black man dating a white woman compared to a black woman dating a white man, way more. Because I don't even think I've seen pushback regarding Serena Williams or the other people compared to, we see these athletes, these famous guys. And to me, I don't care who these people date, because I ain't trying to date these men. These men want to date white women, go ahead, date them. I don't care, but I'm not about to talk shit about who they want to date. I just don't understand why it's such a problem when we see people going outside their norm when it comes to more men than to women.
Q, do you think that they have a fundamental problem with it, or are they conditioned to have a problem with it?
Conditioned.
No, it's the discourse surrounding it. For an example, I don't care who you date, black, white, orange, yellow, purple. I could care less. But I've only seen it be an issue for two reasons. One is the discourse. I'm weak, not the balloons. The discourse around putting black women down and saying that white women are on a pedestal over black women, and or some black women feel like, damn, I really want to date a black man. We already don't have a pick of the litter. Now you taking away from that. So I've only ever seen that be an issue for two reasons, not because they hate and not because they jealous, not because they want somebody like they mammy. And then two, while I agree with Shorty on the video, she had a little bit too much dip on her shit. So I needed her to take some of that dip off, because it was like, well, okay. But I mean, me personally, I don't care who you date.
Wait, what's a dip? What that mean? Dip in her? What does that mean?
She had a little bit too much. If you want to date, you're not what you think, what you is. And then she just had to have a video showing her body. And I really don't want to get into it, because really, sis, because if you would have just showed us from the neck up.
Can you
I ain't gonna go there, but I'm just saying she had a little bit too much dip on her lip. I needed her to take a little bit, some of that off of there.
Hold on, Aaron. We can't do that, because let's just be honest. When we've seen these other videos of black women, they showing their bodies too. That's one.
Nah, but I feel like she was making a subconscious or subliminal statement by doing that, by having her body in the video and saying all of that.
Wait, she can't show her body? Jazz, you lost a lot of weight, so I know you showing your body if you was doing something.
But it's not for like vanity purposes. It's because I'm showing people my transformation. That's a little bit different. And then too, my content, I'm not out there with shorts all the way up to my hip bone. I don't present myself like that.
Not
but
you.
She had the shorts all the way up to her hip bone.
But Jazz, you might not do that. But we haven't seen black women do that. Come on, we've seen black women wear less.
But the topic and what she was talking about, she just felt very like, and I'm gonna date me, and like it was almost like I'm flaunting this, like, and so what you gonna do about it?
Can I ask the women a question that feel like this? Do y'all feel like y'all can compete against white women?
I never really thought it was a competition. That's not to say one is better than the other, but I mean,
yeah, because y'all competing for the best available man, right? I mean, life is a competition. Like, if this man is off the market, then that means that he's not available. One of the things that you just said was, well, I ain't gonna get into that. Do y'all feel as though
a lot of black women want to date black men?
But
I think that is a disservice for black women, because I think they limit themselves by limiting themselves just to one race, right? But I do think a lot of black women want to date black men, so that does make their options very.
The whole world want to date black men, except for a lot of black women. Well, black women are saying that they're not fucking with black men, but
we love y'all down.
That's a lie. That's a lie.
All right, Anton.
Black men saying they don't want us either, so I guess they just saying.
Listen, the one thing that I've experienced personally, and same as RM, probably the same as Brandon, and it's so funny because we all have a completely different, chick as far as the color of their skin or whatever it is they want to represent, right? And it's funny, and I don't know if I'm guessing it wasn't intentional with the people that you picked, but we all represent a different type of guy as far as what a different preference, which is nothing more than a preference. And me personally, I believe that anybody should talk to anybody they want to. I don't have any problem with that whatsoever. However, I will add in that I can't tell you the amount of black women that has DM'd my wife or reached out to her in an email and was saying, I hope you break up your marriage. I can't tell you how many black women have hated on me. I can't tell you how many black women have been some of the most evil to me, even though I employ majority women that are black, and I'm married to a woman that is probably darker than everybody on this panel. And so it's funny to me because, again, y'all hate us no matter what. It don't matter if we marry y'all, if we don't marry y'all, if we rock with y'all, if we don't rock with y'all. Y'all are such, and I'm not talking about anybody here. Y'all are angry women. Y'all don't know what y'all want. Y'all want to decenter us, and then you celebrate us, and you hate us, and then you want us to break up. And it's just like, at some point, you have to look yourself in the mirror and say, damn, is it me? Because the winners is getting picked. I mean, seriously, like people with good disposition, people that have a good spirit, that whatever, we rock with them. Y'all don't even realize that the majority of what we care about don't even got nothing to do with how you look. Looks is a factor. But more importantly, can we be around you without you being an angry woman? Even if it's not angry towards us, are you an angry person in general? And that is so off-putting. It is. And I just don't think y'all like yourselves. You can't love yourself because everything, look, no matter what nobody say, I adore myself, which limits what anybody could say about me, because if I love me, who could be against me? And I just don't think y'all like yourself. I think that y'all are disgusted with who y'all are and your lot in life. And to answer Jazz's comment that she made earlier, I think that you want to be a white woman. It would serve you so beautifully if you could reverse the fortunes of what you complain about on a regular basis. And if you could be the thing that you hate the most, you would love it. And that's the reason why you complain so much, is because you can't be the thing that you envy.
No,
That's why you're so hateful.
I'm hateful because I mean, I'm not hateful. That's number one.
You said it right the first time.
But if I'm hateful, or if I have a disdain for white women or white people as a collective, because I know there are several white people that are just people that happen to be white, right? There are white people, and then there are people that happen to be white. I'm talking about the white people. I'm talking about the people that uphold systemic racism. I'm talking about the white people that call in little black babies N-words. I'm talking about the white people who go out their way to make black people's lives hard, right? So you say things like, oh, I think all these black women hate me. Anton, I've never heard you say anything good about black women, ever. So why would they like you? Why would they DM your wife and say, girl, you got a good man, girl?
Why are
Because
y'all
when
DMing
you
my
get up
wife at
here,
all? Why are y'all DMing my wife?
I'm not saying that's appropriate, but I'm saying, are you really surprised? You don't really
I
have
don't
anything nice to
listen. She
say
don't give a
about,
fuck.
well,
But
wait, you really don't have anything nice to say about Black people in general.
but can I jump
So,
in about that real quick?
yeah, as soon as I'm done.
Okay.
So from there, you got to understand, like, you kind of play in the part in the hate that you earn, G. You do.
No, I
You don't
don't.
really say anything nice. I've never heard you say anything nice or uplifting about Black women. It's always speaking about a degenerate type of Black woman, a Black woman that ain't this, a Black woman
Then
ain't
why
that,
you
Jazz,
so? Then
baby mama this, baby
wait. If
mama that.
that's the
So you
case,
earn the hate.
no. Listen.
Listen,
It's
no,
a
okay, let me
difference. It's a
finish.
difference between angry Black women and the women that rock with me. Everybody know. Listen, if you don't know, my Patreon, the people that truly rock with me.
You talking about these internet people, man.
No, I'm not. I'm talking about people that meet up with me in real life because we actually connect with each other. We know each other. We feed into each other. We fund each other's businesses. I don't have to say anything because most of the women know that I've given them the seed money to even start their businesses that allow for them to feed their families. You know this. I don't have to talk about nothing. And
Okay, but
I know,
Anton, a
no.
racist
Hold on.
company is
Because
hiring Black people all
you
the
said
time.
some stuff that's not
That means
true.
nothing.
You said
Just
some stuff
because you
that's
can
not
cut a
true.
check,
I'm sorry.
just
Give me a
because you
second.
can cut a check.
Give me a second.
But you
And the
cut me
reason
off
that I need
first,
you to give me
though.
a second is because I've been very quiet and I've been patient and I've been observing a lot of what you've been saying and whatever.
Yeah, but I was talking. You cut me off, babe.
But you can't just say stuff that's not true. The majority of the people that rock with me are women, specifically Black women. And the interesting thing about it is that every single day, every morning that I do a live stream, the first thing I do is I call them out. I tell them how much I love them. I show them love. Jerry be there. There'll be multiple people there on a daily basis. I show them love. I make sure that they get all of their flowers and all of their accolades. I don't feel like I need to prove it because they know it. And that's the only thing that matters. So all I'm saying is my results and my real life speak for it. And I really do live it. But I'm curious as to what you do for Black people, specifically Black women. What have you done for Black women?
Well, for one, I form a sisterhood with Black women. I make sure that I advocate for them when I'm in my managerial roles in a lot of these businesses that I work in. I don't really need to go about saying what I do for people. That's
Why
not how
wouldn't
you
you?
show solidarity, because you seem to think that just because you can cut a check and give a
That's a
check to
big deal.
somebody,
That's a big deal.
does not mean that you
Oh,
don't
that's
like
a
where they come
huge
from.
thing. Absolutely, it is.
We get you got money, but you ain't got no
It's
love
not
for Black
about
people.
if I got money.
We get you
It's
get
how I
that we
disperse
get.
it. It's how I
Can you
share it.
wait?
I
You
could be
asked me a question.
selfish.
Why you so
I
ready
can
to
hire who
respond?
I want. I don't need
Okay,
anything or
Anton, we get it.
anybody. The way
So
that my
can I finish
systems
saying
are
what I'm
set
saying?
up. Nope. Because you've been cutting people off too.
Yeah,
The
but you
way
just
that
asked
my
me to
systems are
respond, and
set
now I'm
up
responding. Now
is
you cut
that
me off
I
again.
have an operation that I don't need anybody, and it will run the same
Anton, we're
way,
not
and it
talking
will
about that.
absolutely
We
run up a
get it. You
bag.
got money. You got
It's not
businesses.
about money.
You can cut a check.
You're
You
the
can cut a
person
check,
that
but
keep
you don't
bringing up
have
my
love
money.
for Black people. You
Does
don't
that
have
make
love
you
for them,
no?
Anton.
Does
You're
that make
super
you
anti-Black.
insecure
You get
that
up
you
here and you say the
finally
most
are
egregious
talking to a
things.
Black man that just so happened to be a deca millionaire? You the one
Oh
that
my
keep
God, you
bringing up
say
my
something
every
about
time that we
money.
talk,
You
you
can't get
bring up
you.
my money.
This is why
Why
I
do
get
you
so
bring up my
frustrated.
money every time that we talk?